All right, and welcome to another episode of the Jumping the Rail podcast, coming to you on the JTR Podcast Network. This is Mark Rebin coming to you from the Noodles position in Champaign, Illinois, joined as always by my buddy Minderz. And oh, look, there we go. Okay, I had to make sure which little corner graphic I had going on right now on the screen here, Minderz, because we have options today.
I know you told me we have options. Two of which I want to tell you to eat crap and deal with it because they suck.
I don't know what you're talking about, but all right.
I don't know, but you
So,
froze, so that's kind of funny.
oh, did I? Dang nabbit. Give me a second. It's been giving me issues all day.
Oh, it's me now. Hello.
Here's me on my hostage video.
I was going to say your hostage video. Oh, technical difficulties. We love you.
Hey, you can
Hey,
still hear me though.
Dwayne's in the chat.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, Dwayne, how's it going? And he was one of the responders on our Facebook post because today's our first watch along episode, Minderz.
It is.
It's not going to take the whole episode because it's only like a 10-minute video, but I
We'll
put
see
it
how
up
this
there.
goes.
I put it out there to the listenership if they had any other matches, and Wayne and AJ and a few others had some ideas. So uh, we'll
I
have some.
didn't see what it was. How did I miss this?
I don't know. I'm a
Okay.
little hurt that you don't follow our Facebook page as intently as you should.
I'm sorry. I have a day job that I
So do
can't
I.
always just jump on Facebook to look at stuff. I know I
Taking
follow a
care of
lot of
your dog
stuff,
to
but
work, though.
remind me, I have a picture to send you guys later.
Oh yeah. So we had some stuff to talk about for today, Minders. Of course, we got the Royal Rumble coming up on Saturday, so we got to get into that a little bit. Uh, but then first thing this morning, God damn it, uh,
We keep losing you. What are you doing?
just my face. I don't know what it is with the camera, but anyway, first thing this morning, we got some more news on WWE.
Oh,
Just
man.
hang on, I'm still talking. I'm just
I know, but
gonna.
it's going in and out. It keeps going back and forth.
All right, time for Plan B here.
The internet hates you today.
Everything hates me today. I've had a shitty day today.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine. There we go. All
There you
right.
go.
Where was
Now you're
I?
back. I don't know because you kept cutting in and out and I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Oh boy. Oh,
Ah, that's great. That is great.
he doesn't have the stones to try it. Uh, well, anyway, I woke up this morning, put on the Facebook to see what newsy things were going on, and
The Twitter
first thing I
machine?
see is what?
The Twitter machine?
Yeah, well, for the Facebook machine.
Yeah,
But the first thing I see is the announcement from TKO that Dwayne Johnson is on the board of directors for WWE now.
I saw that.
Not only that, though, they also gave him full ownership of the Rock uh, trademark,
I saw that too.
which kind of puts the whole head of the table comment he made in the promo in a little more perspective, does it not?
It does. Sure does.
Maybe he's like, fuck Roman's table, I'm sitting at the big one.
Fuck the kids' table. I'm going to sit at the big table.
Uh-huh. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So what do you think of The Rock taking an executive role in the WWE?
I don't think it's a bad idea, honestly. I mean, wasn't he like executive producer too of Little or whatever Little Rock or whatever his show
Young Rock.
was, Young
Young
Rock,
Rock.
and that did
Mm-hmm.
okay for the first
Couple
few
seasons.
seasons. That did
Yeah.
fine. I mean, I know it wasn't like verbatim what happened or anything like that,
No,
but
they took liberties. Some of the
they took a
guys
lot
didn't
of
look like the
liberties.
guys they were playing.
But it was still a good show. It did get
It
viewership.
was. Hey, I enjoyed it when I watched it. I haven't seen all the episodes, but
Right. So I don't see there being a downside to this, especially since Rock's more in the entertainment field. So I'm hoping, and he has an idea of where the wrestling needs to go.
mhm.
So
I I think he's a good public face of the company.
Yes.
Where it used to be Vince McMahon. I mean, Triple H is doing the day-to-day creative stuff and all that, which is great. But the outside of the wrestling fans, not a lot of people know who Triple H is.
Right. Well, that and well, even think about the back in the 80s, WWEF, however you want to say it, had oh, what was his name?
Hulk
The
Hogan.
the huh?
Hulk Hogan.
No, no. Was it Tully?
Jack
Not
Tunney.
Jack Tunney. They had Jack Tunney as their face
He was
because
he was
nobody
the
knew.
he was the president.
Right, but nobody knew Vince was the actual owner.
Yeah,
So kayfabe, Reb,
I know.
kayfabe.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But you see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. So they've got the
may,
GMs on each show. Do should they make Rock like a figurehead president to arbitrate any issues, or
maybe.
like, he doesn't have to be on TV
Uh-uh.
every week just for like big announcements and things. Bring the Rock in.
There you go. That sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
Use him when we need. Use him when we listen to me. Listen. Use him when they need a
A,
ratings
a
boost.
ratings
Yeah,
boost. Well, it might be a moot point now though, Minderz, after what they said about what's coming up in January,
it's
because
true.
that was our other big newsy item that popped up over the overnight, and that is this: Raw's coming to Netflix starting in January of 2025. And I thought I read something there. AJ, you're in the chat. You can tell me for sure because you probably read this closer than I did. I thought they said that all WWE content was going to Netflix for streaming purposes.
Really?
Also, I
Okay.
think that's what it said. It was very early in the morning and I wasn't fully awake yet, so
So
I'm not
we
a.
don't have the Peacock anymore. Is that what I'm
That's
gathering?
what I'm wondering because I mean, is the Peacock deal up? Because they've been using it for a few years now.
But I thought the Peacock was one of the ones that was wanting to keep them.
This whole thing is very confusing to me.
It is.
Now, with that said, what's your take on new episodes of Raw not being on regular television, being on Netflix?
I. It doesn't bother me. I already have
Yeah,
Netflix.
yeah.
What was that
Okay,
face for?
there we go. AJ says all content goes to
Oh.
Netflix outside of the US. In the US, it's only Raw. Okay, so then they'll still
Okay.
be on Peacock then for the other stuff. That makes sense. Hey, Keith Gibson's in the chat here, our
I see
buddy.
him.
Raw on Netflix is a huge mistake unless all content moves to Netflix. I don't know. I mean, it's going to be different, that's for sure.
Is it though?
And
Because if they still have Peacock, that's just another streaming site that they're on.
and the way I see it is they don't have that one night window where the fans would go to watch it. They can watch it whenever.
Yeah.
And I was honestly surprised that it was Netflix because I don't remember them being a big candidate to get Raw. I
I
thought that
don't
Raw
either.
was going. I thought Raw was going to, I don't know, maybe Disney or Amazon. Prime was a big talking point for that. So I thought that was going to go to Prime. To be honest with you. But I mean, Netflix has more money than God right now. So if they want Raw, they're going to get Raw, and they've got a pretty good track record of original programming
They do.
on Netflix these days. So I don't know. I'm keeping what's the word I'm looking for? An open mind about it.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's going to be quite that bad. And Dwayne, no, all POEs will not be on Netflix. They'll be on Peacock in the U.S.
Still watch it on the cock.
Uh, Keith's point, paying for Netflix and Peacock to watch. I do that anyway, so it
I
doesn't
was gonna
affect me.
say
Uh,
I have both of those.
I think it's
So
what, $12 for the combination if you don't do the premium packages and all that. AJ wrote a novel. Let's see. I've been saying for years this is what WWE and AEW have been needing to do for years. I agree with AEW. They need to be streaming somewhere. How many people do you know under the age of 60 that have cable? Streaming is the way of the world now. Like it or not, companies have to keep up with the times. Now, he said something about I think AEW, I think, is the only major company that doesn't do streaming in any form or fashion. I think they can do Hulu, but you got to pay for the ridiculous live sports package. It's like $70 a month or something. But
See, now I do Sling, so I get TNT and TBS. So
right, well, I got it on. I've got it on my YouTube TV. So like I
yeah,
said, I still got it. But like, you got NWA's starting on February 6th doing the CW
for
streaming for free.
free.
Well, free. Uh, you got all the stuff you can get on IWTV. You got TNA on YouTube doing the TNA Plus subscription for like $1.50 a month. And then you got all the stuff on Fight. So it seems like almost every major company is doing something in some
Well, and
form
then
of
you
a
got Honor
streaming.
Club. I guess you
They
do
got
have
Honor
remote.
Club.
You got Honor
Yeah, but they
Club,
don't. Yeah, but they haven't. Tony hasn't made the step to put AEW stuff on there and just consolidate it. I'm
well,
kind of
and
surprised he hasn't.
I wonder if he's not going to be like, haha, we're at the top of the
I'm
ratings
waiting.
now because
I'm waiting for the tweet that says he ran WWE off of television,
right, right.
and
I
he'll do
wonder
it
if we're gonna
wearing
get
this.
it. He's a water
Uh,
buffalo.
but he has no horns.
Take that down, please. It scares me.
Off-putting.
Just a little bit.
Maybe this is better.
It doesn't. It's not any better.
I was, it's, I don't hate AEW, but I have to give Tony shit because he's a ridiculous person
He is.
on a weekly basis.
Speaking of ridiculous, when are we going to talk about Dynamite last week?
Oh, Dynamite. Where to begin with Dynamite?
The first match where they killed the spear. Do we want to start with that one?
AJ made a good point here. TK probably can't put AEW on Honor Club due to WB having ownership, and so yeah,
Okay.
that makes sense. If they have some sort of ownership of some of the rights for AEW content, then yeah, that makes sense.
Yep.
So back to Dynamite. Uh, we got to.
Jackass.
Are you all right?
No.
I'm sorry.
I have two pricks looking over me. It's kind of unnerving.
That better?
That's not any better. Where's the there? That'll work. I'm okay with that one.
Tony ass.
I'm okay with that one. Tony ass. But yeah. So we started off with
right.
what? Dustin and Christian. Which
Dustin
I
Rhodes
actually
and Christian
had
Cage, which I
had high hopes for.
There were hopes.
I had high hopes for. And hey, don't get me wrong, most of it was good. Most of it was pretty good.
Yeah, about 3/4 of the way through, it turned into a Tony match.
Exactly.
You had all the gaga and the overbooking, and tell the people what you said about the spear on that.
They killed it. They took away all of its credibility.
Okay.
I've never seen Dustin get up so fast from something. Well, the fact that Christian
would know better too.
You would think Christian Cage did the spear, so you can tell that was a knock at Edge, which I didn't have a problem with. Okay, yeah, I see what you're doing.
That's heat.
That's heat.
What?
But then Dustin jumped right up.
Yeah, that's not cool. You know why? Because Dustin's strong.
Oh God. Yeah. At least he looks halfway normal in that one. Halfway. But yeah.
Okay.
What did you think?
I kind of felt the same. It's just those two, and it was a title match if I remember right.
It was. He could have sold it just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Not jumped right back up.
Because give Christian a chance to strut around, get his heat, posture for the cameras, all that stuff. Do what Christian does.
Get his heat with Edge. That look, I did your move. Blah blah blah.
It's almost like Tony was. Well, it can't be because Tony was concerned about going over time. It's almost like he told the referee to tell Dustin, "Hey, we gotta keep this thing moving."
Yeah.
Which we can only go 4 minutes over. We can't afford to go longer.
I'm gonna have to. I haven't had a chance to listen to Corny yet. I'm interested to see what he has to say about that one.
I listened today.
And
It was lively.
is it all the glory that I hope it is?
Oh, and more.
Oh, good. Here I wanted to
And
try to
Brian
get to
Last
watch
is
it.
back on that one.
Good. And not Brian Solomon.
Not Solomon Grundy.
But yeah,
I'm looking
that
for a
was
specific picture to use as we discuss. But yeah, a disappointing
like I said,
ending to the
80%
match.
of
The
that
overall
match
match
was
was good.
great. Yeah, 80% of that match was
Mhm.
great. The ending sucked. He did a Canadian Canadian Destroyer. Nick Wayne.
Yes.
What'd he do to Kill
Or
Switch?
what did he do?
He jumped on. No, he
I think he
jumped
just did
on
a dive,
Cage.
didn't he?
Maybe, I don't remember. By this point, after he
Who can?
no sold the spear, I was irritated enough that I didn't pay as close of attention.
Yeah.
I was excited to see Shattered Dreams come back.
Yes.
There are just certain You know what though? Maybe we can air all of our frustrations about this match to Dustin when we see him in a couple months.
Oh, we'll probably have forgotten all about it by then.
Probably.
You know the old cliche that nobody remembers anything but the finish?
Uh-huh.
I don't remember any finishes from the last 5 years of AEW television, except for the barbed wire shit so
The
ladder
fart.
match. The fart in church death match.
The fart in church death match. AJ, I miss when the Canadian Destroyer was a cool finisher that nobody but Petey Williams did.
Yep, I'm with you. The only other person that should have been allowed to do the destroyer was Scott D'Amore,
Yeah.
which I've seen. He's done it before.
So what do we have after that? Or are you still looking for a picture for what we're talking
I'm still
about?
looking, but we can, as we talk, we can continue to break things down. I forget the order off the top of my head from what the show was.
Well, that's what I was trying to remember. Hold on. Let me just AEW Dynamite results.
You can tell it was a riveting show.
It was. Well, there were bits and
There we
pieces
go.
about it that were was
There
the
were-
next one.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you're good.
Okay. I got it now. I got it.
Okay.
I know why I didn't remember it.
Because it was unnoteworthy.
Pockets and Trent
Oh,
versus
Pockets and Trent.
Penta and Commander.
Because why not?
Yeah, because everybody wants to see that.
That's what we in the biz call filler.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming Pockets won. I can't remember the match.
Of course he did.
We were still doing the podcast last week when that match was on.
We were, but at the end of that is when
That's when Roddy came out.
Roddy came out.
Yeah.
I can't take him seriously.
Is it the mustache?
Yes. I was waiting until you finished your drink because I didn't want to say it and we get a spit take. I can't take him seriously. I look at him and I just laugh.
Yeah, I mean, the previous 4 months killed Roderick Strong for me as a character.
It really did. Like, I can't take him as a serious heel.
I mean, 4 months eliminated, just do math in my head, almost 20 years of fandom.
20 years.
Going back to when he was on TNA. So, thanks,
and
guys.
the bad part is that I like all those guys. That's the crappy part about
the
it.
Kingdom is a great tag team when they're allowed to be a great tag team.
Yeah. Ooh. Then we had the part where the waterworks came.
Oh yeah, they got me on that one.
They got me on that one too. So hey,
damn it, Tony.
Thumbs up to Tony for that one because that one he got me.
Yes, they did good on that one. It's the Jay Briscoe tribute with the daughters and Mark Briscoe.
And the one daughter that they told her she wasn't going to walk again, and here she came walking
right out there.
Yep, she sure did.
In
but
true
yeah,
Briscoe
that
fashion.
and then they played that video again of where she says, "My dad's crazy, but I love him." I'm like, you little shit.
uh,
Yep.
and
So
now
Waterworks showed up.
yes, yeah. Then I remember what happened right after that, Minderz.
Yeah. Was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because what's better to kill a feel good moment than to bring out the Young Bucks for an interview?
Where they bragged about how they're EVPs and
Hmm.
please tell me Corny had a field day with that one.
Oh, he really did.
Good. I can't wait to hear it.
And talking about they had to take a jab at Punk, which jokes on him. He's only the biggest star in the bigger company, making more money and drawing houses.
Right. So glad you guys. And they're going to kill. All I could think of this entire time was like, no, we love Sting. Sting, we love him. I'm like, well, Sting became a yes man.
Yeah, yeah, and I get that maybe they're saying that it was Sting's call to pick the Bucks to be his last match. I wonder how much prodding he had. Say, hey, maybe you should have the Young Bucks be your last. It,
Yeah.
I don't. I think it should have been Darby. It should have been 1-on-1, Sting and Darby. But if it was going to be Sting and Darby as a team, it should have been somebody better. That number one, you're in Greenville, North Carolina, Greensboro. That's right.
Greensboro.
And Flair country, Horseman country, NWA country, all that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no other tag team that more embodies the spirit of the NWA from back then than FTR. They can get a good
And
match
we
out of
get the
Sting.
Bucks.
Yeah, we get the modern day Mulkey brothers.
AJ just throwing it up.
God forbid it be FTR in their home state of North Carolina. Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
Well, the
they're going to wind up.
EVPs have to do something to prove that they're the EVPs. You know what? Here's the thing. I know they're wanting to be heels now and they've got everybody hating them, but I've got go away heat with them. I want them to go away. I find them to be a joke and I can't take them seriously. Yeah, I saw that. Dwayne's a huge Sting fan. That's fine. But Sting shouldn't be in the ring anymore, but that's fine.
Well,
it's going to end shortly.
I'm glad he's retiring, but they could pick a better way to do it.
Yeah.
And no, I don't think it needs to be him and Flair.
Muda.
Well, Muda's already retired, so
supposedly. So
make
so
him
is
unretire.
Flair.
I
So
saw-
is Flair.
I saw somebody say that they need to have Sting and Flair and Hogan at WrestleMania. Well, Ace could. He's not working
Ace
for
could.
anybody right now. Oh, hello.
Then I have a question. Were you surprised about the ROH Trios Championship changing hands?
Pleasantly. I
was
wasn't sure
too.
if- the Gates of Agony, I think, needs to have a regular tag team run.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're a better tag team than to be saddled with a trios gimmick just as a throwaway segment every week.
With somebody that wants to get their shit and get out.
Right. Then Brian Cage can go back to being a single.
Yep.
I mean, they've killed any heat that he has and made him into a punching bag, but still,
Then we had our next one. I'm
Yep.
ready to bitch about the next match too.
Okay, would you like me to take this down, Minderz?
Please. More concerned. Yeah, I figured that's what you put up there. Leave that up there. We're talking AEW. It's fine.
All right.
But then we had the Anna Jay.
Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, Deonna Purrazzo.
I'll say this though, Deonna has maybe my favorite submission finish in the business.
Holy crap!
Mr. Milo. That hurts.
Yeah.
That hurts
That
to
looks
watch.
like it hurts.
We
Okay.
had Timeless Tony at ringside for that match.
Who I know. Who was she calling Shivani? Who was that?
I think it was Taz.
No, she said the Taz machine, the man in the mask.
It was Riccaboni. He was.
Yeah, it was Riccaboni. She's like, Siobhan, Mr. Siobhan, and she sat there and kept petting the back of his head,
Right.
and I was like, "What?"
He looked very uncomfortable. Hey, you know
and
what?
I loved it.
I gotta say something. During that show, Ian Riccaboni did a heck of a job
He
on
did.
commentary. I'm a big fan of his work going back to before Tony owned ROH.
That
Then,
was
of course, there was the promo afterwards with Tony when I I can't remember everything that she said, but I remember her saying she was going to punch Deanna in the box.
uh-huh. Sure did.
She made Deanna and Renee both laugh.
I was say they both broke character. It was pretty funny. I don't understand her
But
riding
Tony
out.
didn't.
She did not, and I don't understand her riding out on Luther's shoulders. But okay, whatever.
Well, work smarter, not harder. She
I
don't have to walk.
guess. I guess.
She kept making what's her name throw her shoes at him.
Yeah. Well, and then they're like, "Oh, Deanna's now 2-0," and I'm like, and they're like, "So she deserves a title shot." And I was
She
like,
beat Red Velvet and Nana Jay.
"Yeah, she didn't beat anybody worthwhile."
Put her in there with Nyla Rose and Statlander, and then we'll talk.
Then maybe we'll
And I'm
talk.
and I'm a big fan of Deanna. I think she's great. I think she
Yeah.
should have a title shot, but she needs to get there. You
Mhm.
can't say based on those two wins that she earns a title shot.
Don't hinder gender, but
No.
you know,
Yes.
Deanna hasn't been on TV in,
It's been a
well,
couple months.
it's been a while.
Yeah.
So,
And
and then
you can tell she's starting to shake the nerves out too. The first week she came out, she looked really nervous out there,
I'm sure.
but she seemed more comfortable with this past week.
Well, she hasn't. She's been what? She's TNA.
Yeah,
So, AJ says Deanna and Statlander would be a good one, though. It would be.
it really would.
It would be.
Yeah. Let's
Then
see.
we had Top Flight and Private Party.
Oh, hey, Dwayne made a good point. What about Willow Nightingale? I would be curious to see that.
That'd be all right too.
Deanna and Willow. I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay, Top Flight and Private Party. This is the first time I'd seen Private Party back since Mark Quinn came back, and I'm sure they wrestled on Rampage, but who watches Rampage?
Right? We don't watch Rampage.
No.
You're lucky
Quinn
if
looked
you get
good.
me to watch Collision, and that's only if you tell me there's something good that happened on
Right.
it.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Mark Quinn looked good. He put some size on while he was off.
He has.
He's,
The finish. What did you? That was the roll up where he fell into the ropes.
uh-huh. Are we wondering if that was on purpose or
That's what they're
inadvertent?
trying. That's what they were trying to decide. But to me, it looked like he was looking to see where they were at, so he would make sure he landed on them.
Uh-huh. It's
So that was just me.
yeah, they're still, you know what, they're they've got good chemistry as a team, but they're still green as a goose shit.
Hmm.
Because I mean, they didn't get very far off the ground before either they got saddled with Matt Hardy as a
Right.
trio, and then Quinn gets hurt, and then yeah, I'm hoping that they get a decent run because if if TNA AEW is kind of hurting for quality tag teams right now.
No. What are you talking about?
Yes, it can't just be them.
God.
Gerard Depardieu and Raul Julia there.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Matthew and Nicholas.
Yeah, number one, they said they want to be called by their God-given names, Nicholas and Matthew Jackson. Their real name's Massey. Those are Nick and Matt given names. What I call bullshit.
Oh
I know
God.
we try not to talk too much about what Corny says on his podcast, but I need to tell you one thing that he said
Oh, please do.
during the Bucks segment when they were talking about all the old timers and needing to go away. He's like, these guys are in their 40s. They've been wrestling for 20 years, which is true. So just because nobody heard them for the first 15
Doesn't mean they didn't exist. Doesn't mean they're not old too. Oh, I
right.
love it.
All right, Minderz, what was next?
I think our main event.
Oh, was it time for Joe and Hook then?
Private Party and Top Flight. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what?
What?
Hook impressed the shit out of me.
Hey, I like Hook. I'm a fan of his work. It kind of similar to the Dustin Christian match. The match was good, but then about 3/4 of the way through, it started deteriorating into an AEW match.
Yeah,
I am
but
not. I do not like the Hook kicked out of a muscle buster at 1.
I don't either.
That pissed me off. It was like, damn it, Tony. Looking at you, Tony, up there in the corner.
Yeah. Um,
Like,
I
really, Tony,
did
when I
like the
think he's
fact
going
that
to look
they,
like this.
although I did think it was good that Taz made the announcement, like, I got to take my headphones off.
Yeah, that was a nice touch. But
That was.
you would think that he would have at least like gone to ringside and started talking to Hook. You know what I mean?
Well, this is the thing.
It's a slippery slope. I know.
It is. It is a slippery slope. But I think the way he did it, and I know I'm going to catch heat for this because I know you guys had a big discussion about it last week when it was happening, that you thought Hook or Taz should have thrown the towel in for Hook.
That's what I thought was going to be the finish.
I
Honestly,
don't. I don't think so. I think this way he might have earned some respect from Joe, as if he didn't already have some from Joe for just who his father is. But
Joe beat the piss out of him
I
after
know
the
he
match
did.
was over.
But still, though, when somebody won't go down and stay down, you gotta earn a little respect from them. Come on now.
Although, if you go to an indie show and the veteran hits you with like 5 finishers and the young guy keeps kicking out at 1, you know he's going to get pissed off and
Yeah,
go to
exactly.
town on
Exactly.
him. The Uranagi onto the announce table scared the crap out of me because
Whew.
basically Hook broke the table with his head. That's what it looked like anyway. It was in hindsight going back, it was the little like flimsy hood of the table that he bounced off of, but still.
Did you notice the only person that moved their monitor was Taz?
Uh,
I noticed that
I wonder
when
if
they
there was a conversation after the.
no kidding, because Taz was like,
Yeah. There was a after Dynamite was over, I listened to Busted Open After Dark. Billy Ray does a live show afterwards, breaking down the show, and he gets calls from people that were there,
mm-hmm.
and he said, and well, he said I heard it, but there was more than one caller that said that most of the crowd was just looking at Taz during that tail end of the match,
Oh, I
just because
bet.
they wanted to see what he was going to do, which is the thing that is. I love Taz. He's one of my favorites. He's a big personality, even though he's not wrestling anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to draw attention. So it's almost like it would have been smarter if he would have said something like, "Hey, I can't do commentary. I'm going to tag out and let so and so, Shivani or somebody come and take my spot," and he goes to the back,
Yeah.
and then
I
that way focuses on the match and not on Taz.
right. Which I get. I do understand, but at the same time, that's what people wanted to see, though, too.
Yeah, but it kind of took away from the enjoyment of the match, though. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking, but that's just where my head goes to.
No, I get what you're saying. It's a valid point.
It's like if Ric Flair was doing commentary on a Charlotte match. People are going to be looking at Rick. They're not going to be paying attention to what's going on in the ring.
They did that in NXT.
Did they?
Yeah, they had Charlotte versus Natty with Rick in Charlotte's corner and Brett in Natty's corner.
Oh, that's right. They did. That was a long time ago.
It
Yeah,
was.
they were all just watching Brett and Rick. They weren't watching the match.
They weren't watching the match. So it happens.
Yeah. Shouldn't, but it does.
It shouldn't, but it does. Oh, and
So
by the
after the.
way, tomorrow night when we have our other podcast,
Hmm.
you've got some explaining to do, sir.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was a perfect gentleman. I handed you your signs all night long.
I know. They weren't my signs. One of them was not.
Hey, you stepped up though. You gave Warhorse his shooty though.
Yep. I was scared the entire time. Hey,
Hey,
I
hey,
agree.
Taz has been very hands off with Hook's career ever since Team Taz broke up. It's just true. It's very true.
It's a
Because I
valid
respect
point.
that he wants his boy to sink or swim on his own, and that's Taz for you. Taz is an old school guy.
Yep.
It's kind of the same way with Jerry Lawler with Brian Christopher back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Well, shoot, if you weren't following everything, did you even know that was father and son? Because that was still before the internet. So
yeah, except for similarities. JR kind of beat a dead horse with that though, a
I know.
commentary back in the day.
I know, but we've yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that was Dynamite, and of course afterwards we got the Page Swerve Joe stare
Standoff,
down.
whatever.
Yeah, it's. I think.
I'm so over freaking Paige. Can he just go away again?
Well, they need him to be Magnum TA now.
Screw you.
Tell me that's not what he's going
Is
for.
this what you were looking for
Yes,
earlier?
yes, it was. I think we need. Hang on, we need to do a Who Wore It Better.
Who wore it better? All right.
Let me see if I can find it.
Find it where Magnum actually was wearing it. You should have a picture fairly handy. We've had him. Okay, I'm going to talk because that silence kills me whenever I listen to it on
suspense. There we go.
Yeah, okay. Right? I'm always like, did my Spotify give out? What happened?
Nothing better for podcasts than dead air.
Right?
All right. So we have this picture of the Hangman here. Leather jacket, mustache, hair. Let's compare
Don't forget
that.
the fringe. Yeah, see?
Who wore it better, Minderz? Magnum TA or Hangnail Page?
TA. TA wore it better. TA wore it better.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. That's another thing.
And it was more the style then.
It's kind of coming back, though.
Kind of.
But, Page is a Virginia guy, so maybe that was his idea. He wants to pay homage.
Dumbass AP.
I'm surprised I'll be surprised if Tony doesn't try to get him to call himself Magnum.
I'm so disappointed.
There's not an original thought in AEW for the most part.
There used to be.
Yeah. And Tony
but not anymore. Yeah. Napoleon.
Barry chimed in Terry Allen all day. Yep, definitely.
All right, let's move on now. Let's go to WWE. It was a little bit easier to swallow than Dynamite.
Even if you do this?
Oh, God. Oh. Yucky.
Oh, my goodness. All right, so WWE, we had Raw last night. Not a bad show last night, to be honest with you.
I made it halfway through before I fell asleep.
Well, you had a long day.
I did.
So Rollins opens the show addressing his injury and gets interrupted by Gunther. And I told you off air, I thought that was going to be how they get Seth off TV. I thought they're going to have Gunther just beat him down and take the knee out, and that's how you get him out for his surgery or whatever. But nope, it was just a very gentlemanly conversation between one guy in a ridiculous suit and one guy who wasn't.
I don't have problems with lime green.
No.
But in a full suit, it's a little much.
At least the shirt wasn't lime green.
That's true. Everything else was, but...
Right.
Can you take that out of the corner now?
Oh, Dwayne says, I record Raw and watch it later. Yeah, well.
Not too bad. You're going to get spoilers.
We'll keep it to a minimum. I mean, there wasn't a whole lot to spoil on the
no,
show.
Not really.
I mean, there was some good stuff on there, though.
There was some good stuff.
I enjoyed the Cody Punk exchange.
Yes. How Punk said he was the American Dream and Cody said he was CM Punk. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. I like the main event.
I'm over Chad Gable and Ivar.
Oh, Dwayne already watched, so we can spoil away.
Oh, let's spoil away.
Yeah, Ivar needs to move on to something different because I don't know how long Ray's out for before he can come back.
You know what? I was actually kind of impressed with Ivy Niles though when she fought Valhalla.
That was a good performance from Ivy. I'm not mad about the result because How
I,
is not a regular wrestler anymore. So
I still swear to you, I thought I saw Nikki Cross at the end of the
yeah,
aisle.
she was there.
Okay, so I wasn't seeing
No, you
things.
weren't nuts. No.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I don't know
Because
what
I
her
have those
plan is.
moments.
She's contemplating whether to join her husband in TNA.
Ah.
They announced that today. Killian Dane's officially
Oh,
with TNA.
yeah. The BHB.
Big hairy
Big
boy.
hairy bastard.
Oh, that's close.
Big hairy bastard.
Yes. So what did you think about the Truth getting involved in the main event?
Have I mentioned I love truth?
You have. So do I, but I just question him coming out. I think he should have gotten involved in the Dominic match instead of the Priest match. The Priest Drew match had
I
heat.
don't. There was too much. There was too many people out there for Judgment Day for Truth to go out there then. And he's kind of looking at Priest as the leader of the group.
Well, he's the only one that likes him.
I know.
Because he gives him
Because he
money.
gives him money.
Oh my goodness.
But
I told you where I think this is going for WrestleMania.
yes. Why don't you share
So
with our fans?
I think it's going to be an eight-man tag, 4-on-4, Judgment Day versus Miz, Truth, and DIY.
Mm-hmm.
I think it writes itself.
Oh, geez.
Dwayne says, oh, no,
Do we ask him?
We haven't got to the Rumble yet, Dwayne. Be patient.
Dwayne, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me. I got to. It was terrible.
Yeah, it's not great.
It was not great.
Awkward.
Very awkward.
Bad timing. And that's on all
For
three of
those
them.
of you that don't know what we're talking about, Nia Jax came out and decided she was going to say how she was going to kick everybody out of the Royal Rumble. Okay, that's fine.
So she basically said, I'm coming out at number 1.
Yeah. If she comes out at number 1, well,
she'll come out at number 1, but she'll wrestle like number 2.
And I bet you she's not breaking Rhea's record either.
Probably not. I don't know that she has the stamina for that.
Probably not. But, and then here we had Becky come out. Tell
Becky
her
had
2 cents.
some good shots on Nia, though. But
well, of course. And
but
then you have Bayley.
Yeah, Bayley showed up, which I'm okay with. Go home show for the pay-per-view. I get to get some crossover intrigue, if you will. So, and by the way, we haven't talked about the Rumble yet. Bayley is my pick to win the Rumble.
I'm debating. I'm debating between 2.
I think it's got to be Bayley. She's got to challenge Io. And that's how you get the in game for that damage control story.
That's true.
Nia will get the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Okay.
Please no.
Men's match. The men's match.
Treatment. Oh, he said treatment.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. She came out on top in the obligatory throwing people over the top segment in the Raw before the Rumble, which means she ain't winning.
Oh,
Wait, she didn't say that. I was being facetious there.
We were being jerks.
I
was gonna say it's either Bayley or Becky. That's my 2 choice picks.
Those are your 2 main eventers for the women's title matches in Mania. It's same thing with Cody and Punk. It's one or the other, but the other one's going to get the other main event.
Right.
It's pretty much a given.
Well,
but
or could it be Gunther?
I would love it if it was Gunther. But I don't know. I mean,
okay. Let's finish Raw and then we'll talk Rumble.
Okay, hey, we still got to get to our watch along too. So
I know.
I'll tell you. Let's finish Raw, then we'll do our match, and then we'll finish.
Then
up
we'll
with
do
the
Rumble after. Okay.
Yeah, because the Rumble, I think it might take us a while.
Okay.
Oh, real quick. Oh yeah, no, we'll finish Raw. Go ahead. So I'm all over the place.
That's okay. I am too. So we're going to jump the rail all over the place today.
That's what we do.
Yep.
What do you think of the ladies' tag match? Shayna and Zoe against Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell.
Okay, I didn't see it. I just read about it because I fell asleep before then.
That's a wordy name for it, AJ, but technically you were right. The Women's Battle Royal at Mania is the definitely not Fabulous Moolah Battle Royal.
Right. Here's the thing. I don't have a problem with Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler.
No,
I like them as a tag team.
so do I.
Candice and Indy are still green.
Well,
I
Indy is.
well,
Candice is a veteran. She's been around too long to be green. She's still new to the WWE style, though.
that's it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just not
Well,
liking her style as
she
much.
missed
So
a
I
lot of
don't know.
time with injury and babies
I
and
know, I
whatnot.
know.
So
So I'm okay with Zoe and Shayna.
yeah.
I really am.
How do you feel about Asuka and Kyrie's challenging?
I think they're in
Uh,
trouble. I think they're going to lose their belts. I think Asuka and Kyrie are going to take them.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it. I feel bad because I know that they were. I don't know. It depends. As long as Asuka and Kyrie stay on the same page, they're going to be. They're going to be close to unstoppable.
Especially if they got Io with them too.
Exactly.
It looks like Dakota's getting close to coming back though. She had nothing. She was moving around pretty well.
I wouldn't mind if Dakota and Tegan teamed up again.
Oh yeah, Team Kick.
Team Kick.
Yes. What do? We kick.
We kick. That's what we do. But yeah, I was fine with it. But I like Zoe. I've liked Zoe since she was in NXT.
Zoe has a very different. She's the bruiser, but she has a different way of going about it.
She does.
She's not like straight up MMA like Shayna is or like Ronda was.
Mm-mm. She has wrestling moves in there too. Hey, we didn't talk about New Day and Imperium.
Oh yeah, I liked that segment. The ending with the big brawl was like good old fashioned territory wrestling, just beating the pants off each other. I can only assume that's going to lead to a no DQ match on Monday.
Well, yeah.
Let's
Lazy
see.
booking.
H says I think Triple H is really trying to do something with the women's tag division, having actual tag teams, and I like it. Yeah. He's definitely been paying more attention to it than they were after Naomi and Sasha left.
Oh, speaking of, are we going to talk about that?
What?
About Naomi coming back? Wait,
Is that
that's Rumble
official?
news. I don't know.
We'll get to that when we talk about the Rumble.
Okay.
Hey, one guy that we do need to mention is Okada. He made the announcement he's finishing up with New Japan at the end of the month.
Yep.
Everybody's got their opinions, Benders. Where's he going to wind up at? I know where I want him to go, and I know where I think he should go.
Okay, where
But
do you think he'll go?
I think he's going to WWE.
And I have him staring over me. This is great.
Yes.
I
want him to go to TNA.
Yeah.
But they
I doubt
can't
he'll
afford
go
him.
TNA.
He
Yeah, they
won't
can't
go.
afford
They
him.
don't have the audience. I mean, the easy answer is AEW because he was there already and he knows people there. But Okada, I think, deserves a WrestleMania before he goes back to Japan.
Before he can't wrestle anymore?
Right. And he's got Nakamura there. He's got Balor there, AJ. He's got plenty of opponents there to help him like get his feet wet.
Yeah. Plenty of people he can go against that already know his style.
And then Michael Cole could probably do a decent job of like putting over his history, talking about his. Corey Graves definitely could.
Corey's good. I like Corey.
Yeah, he's finishing up with TNA at the end of this past year, teaming up with the Guns. But so I think he got to kind of wash his hands of that whole Kato business from when he was there the first time, when they basically made him Joe's young boy before he went to and became a megastar.
Yeah.
And I'm saying that I'm not really a big fan of Okada personally, but he's got they gave him the star treatment in New Japan, and he's got that aura to him. I mean, he's a handsome fella. Just look at that face. So
yeah, here's the thing though, and I don't know how much this will play into it. Is he as well known in the States as everybody
no, he's not.
If he's not, I almost wonder if he won't go to AEW.
He'll go there. Tony will back up the Brinks truck to his front door to get him. But he's going to go there. Then he's going to get misused.
Well, I know he will, but
what are they going to do?
It's all going to depend on money.
there was a there was a point made that Ibushi got signed to a contract and then immediately got hurt. Now he's going to get paid regardless. So maybe guys that are looking for a contract see that as an insurance policy.
Yep.
That I mean, I know WWE will pay you too, but after a while they say, "Hey,
Well,
we're going to let you go." Tony doesn't fire people.
right.
Well, he
Tony's
fires
too
the wrong people.
tired. He's too scared to fire people.
Yeah,
He still wants them to be his friend.
yeah.
And then we
Uh,
had, all right, let's finish this. Priest
mhm.
versus McIntyre,
Yes,
which was a real good match up until the end.
yeah. Like I said, truth. I think they needed a clean finish in that one.
I'm torn. I'm torn.
Yeah, AJ. I agree 100% on that one. Tony,
Yep.
he's got disposable income. Just
Just ask
he
him.
doesn't worry about getting anything back on his investment, getting a return on his investment. He
Yeah.
just wants to. He's
He
Okada,
wants to have the big name.
and considering Okada's attire when he goes to the ring, he would literally be a shiny new toy for Tony.
That's true. He would be a shiny new
Yes.
toy.
Dwayne made a comment here. We didn't mention this yet. Sounds like they're replacing Kevin Patrick on SmackDown after the Rumble. Uh, Dwayne says he's not that bad. I like Kevin Patrick, but he is much more useful as a backstage interviewer, I think, than a
I do
commentator.
too. I do
With that
too.
said, I don't know who they're going to replace him with. Do that? I don't know if they bring Vic Joseph up from NXT. I like him. I like him with Wade Barrett though, or with what's his name?
Booker?
Booker T. Yeah, that's right. There we go. I got confused for a second. So I don't know.
Yeah, but Booker needs somebody good because he
Booker, he gets a little,
Booker gets a
little
little
crazy.
confused.
AJ said that Vic Joseph is the rumor. That makes me wonder who's going to take over for NXT if he goes. I
Hmm.
would like to see him bring back Mauro Ranallo, but I don't know if that's going to ever happen.
I don't know if that's going to happen. That'd be great.
Yeah, I love Mauro. He's so good. And him and Booker would be fun. Barry says anyone but Booker. Well, no, Booker's still going to be there, but he can't. I don't picture
he
Booker
can't he
like
can't do
carrying commentary.
yeah, he can't do play by play.
You know what? I was just a wild guess out there who I think could do a good job. Carino.
Hmm?
Steve Carino was there. He's a coach.
Yeah. I wonder if they'll have somebody um like kind of be like an interim until they find. I wonder if because they're right there at Full Sail, right? They're still down there
Uh-huh.
around Full Sail.
Yeah, maybe have somebody different every week just to kind of try out and.
Well, and I wonder how many students
Mhm.
are going for that and maybe work them in and see
Yeah,
bring somebody new in, get
right.
some new
That
blood
makes
in.
sense. Yeah. They're not just training to wrestle there. There's people training to be referees, to be ring announcers, to be commentators, uh, all
I
kinds of
miss
stuff. So
managers.
I know it's a lost art, isn't it?
I miss managers that had the name on the back, like Heenan
Cornette.
and Jimmy, or they had the jackets that had
They had
whoever they were
style.
representing. Yeah.
The unfortunately named Grand Wizard of Wrestling. I mean, bless Ernie Roth's heart. It'd be a small Jewish man calling himself the Grand Wizard. It just seems off to me.
Well, do we want to get into our match?
Let's get into our match because we were talking about managers, and this one has one of the great ones in it, Minderz, the Hollywood
Ew.
Passion Pit.
AJ had a good idea.
Oh, hang on, AJ. Maybe Beth Phoenix would be open to coming back. Maybe. I don't.
Maybe. I'd be all right with that.
Yeah, she did a good job. I liked her work in NXT. Dwayne throwing out Captain Lou. Yeah, yeah, I love Captain Lou. Okay, so let me
Hold on,
see
I got to
here.
get ready.
Hang on. The first thing we're going to do is go to here, share copy. I am going to put the link in the comments here.
Okay.
So if you guys want to jump on here and watch it with us,
Did you put it
just
in there?
go there.
I don't see it yet.
Hang on, just
Oh, there it is. Look at you putting it up 3 different times.
Well, this is airing on 3 different platforms, so it just goes
Ah,
automatically to all 3.
gotcha.
I'm not nuts.
Well, Dwayne, grab your phone. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, I've literally got Safari open with the match on it and doing the show on Chrome. So,
Here is StreamYard. Here is
yes.
my phone.
All right. So, bring back to where it was.
Okay.
All right.
So
So,
you
are
tell the
you
match. You do the match. I'm there.
okay?
I'm ready.
So, we are going to be doing the 40th anniversary of the birth of Hulkamania here. Hulk Hogan versus the Iron Sheik from Madison Square Garden, January 23rd, 1984. And I will do a 3-second countdown and then hit play on your YouTube machine here, and then we'll get going.
Okay.
It should start off with like a clip of when Sheik beat Backlund for the belt here. So,
Okay.
all right, 3, 2, 1, play. So there you see the Sheik. He's in the ring in all of his glory. Blassie with the thing on his head, which
You gotta love
the
it.
Ayatollah Blassie.
Man, God, I wish. We need to keep calm and keep kayfabe. Just saying.
Yes,
I
yes,
miss kayfabe.
yeah. And also, I love this is one of my favorite versions of the WWF Championship belt that the Sheik is wearing on this show. The big green. Barry and I have talked about it a little bit on Gold Rush. But
Let's see if I can
there
make
you
this
see,
blow.
American
There he.
made.
Yep. Haha. Now I can see
Yes,
it better.
there he is. And I love how they would enter from the back of the garden in these old videos. It's just so much cooler than like when you just see the entranceway. You see him just taking the walk. You see Vince on the side there by the wall.
Yep.
And here
Look at
comes
all the
Hogan.
signs.
Yeah,
Look at all the
it's near
signs.
to your heart, Minders, all the signs.
They
A
are.
headbandless Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, that's weird.
Back when Hulkamania was 3 words on the back of his shirt there.
Hulk A Mania. Oh, there. The shirt's already gone.
Off goes the shirt. Not the traditional way. He didn't do it
Nope.
this way. He was just
Nope.
pulled it off like a madman.
But there's a happy fan in there somewhere now.
Yes, yes.
Blassie.
There's the date. 40 years ago today. And
Well, speed up, Dwayne.
Wayne, we are at 132, 33, 34, 35. We are not stopping. It is on you to catch up.
Yes.
All right. Fink doing the announcing. Hogan doing the pointing, as
I
only
was going
Hogan
to say
can.
Hogan just pointing and trying to get everybody to cheer for him, which was great.
Which was not hard. He was
Nope.
over back then. You can say which one about Hogan. I think this was his first singles match when he came back.
Oh, was it?
Because he teamed up with Backlund against the Samoans.
Okay.
But then he got a shot at the Sheik, which would make Tony Khan nuts.
Look at that pretty belt.
I love that belt. That belt is so cool. I want that belt.
Wow. Hogan outweighed Sheiky by 50 pounds.
Yeah,
Not quite 50.
Sheik is a
Sheik
freak.
is-
That'd be one you'd make, Minderz.
Probably. That looks very similar to a few that I've made
Sheik
recently.
is a geek or something like that. I think I saw one once upon a time that just said the Iron Geek.
The Iron Geek.
See referee ushering Mr. Blassie out of the ring.
Oh, those boots. I
love
love
the
the boots. Oh,
Referee giving
Sheiky.
instructions.
But can Hogan do the workout with the clubs?
I don't
Didn't
think he
think
ever
so.
did. All right, Sheik is disrobing. Oh, look,
Nope.
typical
Oh.
Hogan. Jumping him from behind. The bell should not have rung. The referee should have separated them.
Should have, but it didn't happen.
No.
Well,
Is Rick Knox refereeing this match?
probably. Actually,
right.
he might not have been born yet.
Now Hogan choking the Sheik with the clothesline here. Which I'm sorry, that can't be legal, can it, Minders?
It can't be legal.
The referee's looking right at him.
But what do you do?
Disqualify him. God forbid they disqualify a babyface in 1984.
Right?
Hogan
That was
fired up.
never going to happen.
Back when Hogan had hair. I mean, look
I
at
know.
him.
He didn't have the big bald spot in the middle of his head.
And truth be
Look
told,
at
this
Sheiky
is
selling. I love
yes,
it.
yes. And this is actually a Hogan that I liked because he actually did stuff. It wasn't the same 5 moves over and over again. Look at that knee drop.
Right?
He didn't do that for very long.
I love Shiki's like
The when he would
the
start praying it.
yeah, well he like he lays back and he's like goes up again. It's
Look at that, showing off the power there. And that's not easy because Sheik's still a stout fella. He's what,
yeah,
260?
258.
Yeah. So it's not easy to pick a guy up that high. But when
It
you're
said
6'7" and
Shiki was 258 and Hogan
Hogan was
was
like
302.
303, 302, yeah.
302.
Yes, AJ, yes, he did. And no, they did
No,
not.
they did not care. Nobody cared.
There's the big boot back before it was a setup for a finish.
Oh,
Hook the
let's
leg,
cover.
Hogan. Come on. You're
Yeah,
better
come
than
on.
that.
One. Oh,
You're gonna pin an Olympic wrestler without hooking the leg? Give me a break, man.
duh.
All right, another Irish whip. The big elbow. Not quite the axe bomber that he did in Japan.
No. Oh, elbow drop. Oh, he hooked the leg that time.
Okay, he hooked it that time.
Oh,
He learned. You see, he's
learned.
picking it up.
Shiki probably yelled at him, said, "Hey,
Yes.
dumbass."
Do you remember the story that the Sheik always told Minderz about Vern Gagne calling him the night before the match and telling him to break Hogan's leg and take the belt to the AWA?
Oh, yeah, I do actually.
Kick it with the boot. Look at that. Those boots
Yeah,
hurt like hell.
that loaded boot.
Well, he didn't load it up. He didn't tap the toe, so it's still just regular kicking. But he's telling everybody to shut up. I can't hear anything. I do a horrible Iron Sheik impression. The fans not pleased with the Sheik's performance. Oh, nice backbreaker there. Now Sheik's not hooking the leg, but you can't if you're going to have Hogan bench press you off of him.
I was gonna say that's true.
Yeah, Hogan's selling. I'm a bit
Ish.
taken aback.
Ish.
Well, ish. Yeah.
He's not selling like Shiki was.
No. But
As I
he's
say that,
selling
and
them.
then he sells, and then he sells.
Now he's loading up the boot.
Okay. Load it up,
Look at
Shiki.
those boots.
They're great.
There you go.
Now he's selling.
Yep.
Right to the kidneys.
Now Shiki's getting his heat. Not the most graceful double leg takedown, but
nope. All right.
there's a
We're
Boston
trying
Crab
to
that
break
make Chris
backs.
Jericho jealous. He's
Right?
trying to make him humble.
Trying to make him humble.
Hey Hogan, I dare you do a push-up.
Can you do it? Can you do it?
Challenge accepted,
Nope.
brother. He says. There you go. That's actually how I used to counter my brother's Boston Crab back when we were kids. I would just
Was it?
bend my like straighten my legs out, and he'd go face first onto the floor.
Stretch him, Sheik. Make him humble.
The gut wrench. I love when he would do that gut wrench duplex. Hook the leg, Shiki. Come on.
That was a weak kick
Not
out.
a strong kick out. Here we go. Now he's going to make him humble, Minderz.
There you go. Kill the kidneys.
Ugh.
Now
this
he's gonna
looks
stretch
painful.
him.
He gets in deep here.
Yeah, he
That
does.
looks like it hurts. Now, in theory, he didn't have to let Hogan up.
No, he didn't.
Just
He could have just sat there. I think this is why I like Miro's. I like his too. Because
Yeah,
it reminds
he
me
gets
so
deep
much of
on that.
Shiki's.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. I love
You know,
his
Minderz, when I
his
was
finger. His finger wave. Nope.
yes, he's always got to do
Nope.
the.
No, this is the
I had a
Bradley.
book when I was. That's true. When I was a kid, my mom had a kid's book about basically it was Hulk Hogan telling the story of this match in like children's book form. But it was
Uh-huh.
basically I was disappointed when I finally saw the match because it looked nothing like this. So Hogan was the first guy to ever break the camel clutch, and here we go. He got dropped the big leg,
Oh, jeez.
hooked the leg. There you go. He hooked the leg that time. 1,
1,
2,
2, 3.
jiggling the feet like a mother, trying to kick
Uh-huh.
out,
You
making
know
it look
what?
like he was trying to get out of it. And
Right.
Hogan, here we go. He made history as the new WWF champion at this point. I
And
love
Shiki
the
did kick
microphone
out, but
coming
it
down
was
from the
right
ceiling.
after. I love the right after kick out. I love that.
Yeah. Okay, you can have the belt, but damn it, I'm not looking weak. for you. So
Yeah, exactly.
yes, Finkel's trying to get the
And
microphone. It's like I can't reach it, fellas.
Hogan, grab it.
But no, the book that I had, it was basically Hogan, but then he would talk about how
Wait, why was
Snuka
there a
came out
Knicks
and
sign? Did you
Andre.
see that?
What?
Did you see the Knicks sign that was all lit up?
Oh, they're at Madison Square Garden. So,
Well, still though.
this is the home of the Knicks. So maybe
Still.
somebody didn't realize where they were at. They thought they were going to a Knicks game.
Now we
But
get
the
the ear
crowd's going
cupping.
banana, as Pat Patterson would
Yup.
say.
Wait, we
And
can't
there it's
hear. We don't
official.
have the sound
Hand up.
on. There, it's
Yeah,
official.
we can't put the sound on.
Who
And
was
then
the ref? Who is that ref?
Dick Worley, I believe that is. He
Okay,
was like before Earl Hebner, he was like the main WWF referee. And there we go. So that's
gotcha.
the end of it
And that's the
there.
end.
Yes. I think that was fun. It was a short one. Some of the ones
It
I'm
was
getting
a short
suggested to
one.
were like 20, 30 minutes, so we'll have to
Whew.
equal time for those. But no, very important moment in wrestling history, of course, 40 years later. Uh, Dwayne said this was after a Super Bowl. I think this was before the Super Bowl that year. I'll have to look. I'm going to check because let me see here. What was the date on that Super Bowl? Can't remember the number, so I'm just going to put Super Bowl. Not 1091. That didn't exist back then. Super Bowl 15, January 25th. This was 2 days before the Super Bowl. No, wait, hang on. I put 81. It's 84. So, hang on. Disregard.
Disregard.
Super
Redo.
Bowl 18, January 22nd. So this was the day after the Super Bowl then. The one where the Raiders beat the Redskins.
Ooh.
But yeah, literally the next day was the Hogan match. So you are right, Dwayne. I'm so confused now because the Super Bowl's in February. I had to go back and think.
Okay, got to plug the phone back
Oh my
in so it
goodness.
can continue charging.
Yes.
In case
Yes.
the StreamYard goes down again. I'm still so
Yes.
mad about
All
that
right.
one.
Oh my goodness. He's not mad.
Yeah, put him away.
I have to make
Can't
that
stand
face one
him.
of the ones for the corner.
No.
Oh, I
Fine.
forgot to put this up during the match. I
You
had the
did put
Hogan
that
face.
one up. Oh well, you can leave it up there. It's fine.
Yeah, I forgot to do this one too at the start of the show.
Ah, no, leave that one. I like that one.
You like the Rockhead?
I like the
It looks
Rockhead.
like a thumb.
Or an egg. He looks like an egg.
He's not an egg.
He is not an
I'm
egg.
gonna next time CMC tries to say I'm an egg, I'm gonna say, hey, the Rock is an egg. Oh my goodness.
Ah, shoot.
All right, well, Minderz, let's talk about the Royal Rumble. I think that might be how we go home today. We got a little bit of
Do
time.
we have all of them? Do we don't? I
All
know we
who?
don't know who everybody is, but
We don't have the whole list. They only show like 4 people for each match in the bumpers last night on Raw.
okay.
Like
Well, I'm gonna
you
look
got
to
the
see if there's.
regulars. You got your Punks. You got your Cody. You got
Yeah,
Drew.
Punk,
You got
Cody, Drew,
Gunther. Jey
Gunther.
Uso. I think the New Day said they're both in it.
Okay. Makes me wonder if Imperium both will be in it.
Yeah, I don't know. I could see Gunther saying no. This is my time, or whatever,
Yeah.
however he talks. Dwayne says his pick for the men is either Punk or Cody. Gotta love those hot takes. I'm just giving you
Because
shit,
we
Dwayne.
said them earlier.
That's the thing. I agree, but I don't know which one it's going to be.
Okay, so these are the ones we know for sure.
Okay.
That I
Lay it on
found.
me.
We got Cody. We got Punk. Shinsuke.
Mhm. Okay.
Bobby Lashley.
Nice.
Drew McIntyre. Gunther. Chad Gable. Otis. Let me see if there's any more. Akira Tozawa.
AJ says they fight the Rumble really well this year and only announced 5 people per Rumble. Well, you get more surprises.
Yeah.
Barry says he has no
who
pick
did
for
I
the men because it's such a toss-up.
Akira Tozawa.
Of course, he's going
Kofi
to be the
Kingston.
Santino spot.
Yep. Damian Priest. That's who we all have for sure.
Balor's not in yet?
Uh-uh. Nope.
Interesting. I got to imagine Dom's going to be
Well,
in it.
this is coming from CBS Sports.
Oh, because they know. Uh,
Yeah.
you know, at some
Right.
point they got to have the spot where everybody, like, I'll just use Cody as an example. They have Cody in the ring with like all four members of the Judgment Day
Mm-hmm.
before another hot
Well,
baby face comes out.
here's the part that kind of sucks. I wish LA Knight, AJ Styles. Is there still a possibility they can join into it?
I guess technically, I could see somebody coming out and then Orton just RKOing them out of nowhere and taking their spot,
Or even Logan Paul and Kevin Owens?
right? Well, either one of them could still be in it because, AJ says, I'm thinking Punk or Gunther. Cody is too predictable. He needs that desperation of not being able to finish his story, making him hungry. I agree with that. Says Cody's winning the Chamber. Have they confirmed whether the Chamber match is going to be a number one contender match or if it's a title match?
I don't think they've decided yet.
Yeah. Uh,
For the women's, we have Bailey, Nia Jax, Becky, Bianca,
Bianca.
Maxine Dupree, and Ivy Nile.
Okay. I gotta imagine same deal with Bailey. Probably Asuka and Kyrie are going to be in there.
Yeah,
I don't know the timetable. Maybe that's Dakota's comeback. Maybe she comes back in the Rumble.
could be.
I gotta imagine, is it possible Jade Cargill's debuting in the Rumble?
That's
I mean,
been
she's still
that's been
putting in the work at the
suggested.
PC. I don't know how her
It's been,
progress is at the PC.
but if she's in there with enough people, nobody's going to be able to see how bad she is.
And is she the one that
So
eliminates Nia Jax?
yes, I'm here for that. Dwayne, keep
Poor
trying,
Dwayne.
bud. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen.
Oh, oh my goodness.
Ooh, Bari has a good idea.
Barry has it. Hang on. Oh, yeah, that's got to happen. Bianca and
That's
Jade
going to
facing
happen at
off.
some point. Bianca and
Maybe
Jade.
they team up to eliminate Nia.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Sorry, Dwayne.
I feel bad. We're giving all these scenarios to eliminate Nia Jax, and that's the one that Dwayne wants to win.
I was gonna say, yeah, Naomi or Sasha coming back. Will that?
It sounds like, well, if you believe Tony, it sounds like he's close to signing Sasha. Now, Naomi could come back. I think she's finished up with TNA.
Please dye
And
your hair all one color. Please dye
right,
your hair all one
but
color.
I'm sure she'd like to come back and be with her fella, Jimmy
Yeah.
Uso. Sasha, I think, isn't what's his name? Mikaze. Kid Mikaze is still in the wardrobe department. That's her husband. Ooh, AJ had another Julia, perhaps. They're saying she's coming to WWE probably. And I don't, but the thing is, I don't know how big of a pop that's going to be because how many WWE fans watch Stardom?
Right.
That's my only issue with that. Otherwise, I'd be down for it.
Okay, so I want your picks though for some other things on here.
Okay.
So we talked about the Rumbles,
Right.
but then we've got your WWE Universal Championship with Roman, Randy, LA, and AJ.
Right. Ooh, AJ. Ooh, I didn't think of that. Isn't Camille's contract almost expired? I think she's finishing up with NWA if she hasn't already. Oh,
But
oh
again,
my.
who all would know that? Although we're
Brickhouse.
we're saying this, but who all knew who
They're in
AJ Styles
Florida.
was when AJ Styles came out
AJ had a bit of a AJ had some
with
national
ROH?
recognition from TNA.
Well, yeah, but not a ton.
Like he wasn't there, he wasn't getting a pop from his New Japan run,
Right.
but he was number one. They were in Orlando for that Rumble, which is basically home base for TNA.
That's true.
So that was the big hometown pop there. Uh,
So the
yeah,
four-way
with
dance.
okay.
I'm sticking with my rule
hmm
because
It's a
I think
sound
it's
rule.
gonna. It
I
didn't
really
completely work
wanted.
this weekend, but it kind of did.
Well, it's
I said
yeah,
it works 80% of the time.
that's true every time. I really wanted to be Randy Orton, but I got a feeling it's gonna be Roman. AJ made a good point. You don't need to know Camille beforehand. She's tall, jacked, looks like $1 million, and can work. She'll be fine. True. I can imagine Vince saying, "Get me a blonde." I was like, anyone. Bring Camille.
Okay.
I can't
uh,
imagine that Tom's going to come with her. Tom Latimer. He had kind of a nasty breakup with both WWE and Charlotte.
yeah.
So, so that might be awkward.
Yeah. It might be a little awkward.
Hey, I'll tell
Although
you,
you do
Camille
have
versus Charlotte. There's a story there now. Barry says, "I'd love to see Randy win, but we know where this is going." That's kind of where my head's at on that one. Because I'd love to see it
yeah.
be Randy versus Cody for the title at Mania. It just makes more sense than Cody and Roman.
Yeah. Well, and it still
Because
could be. I mean, it
it,
could
yeah,
be.
yeah. Because the thing is, and we talked about it last week, there's no story between Cody and Roman. It's Cody and the belt because the only time Cody and Roman interact is like the 3 weeks before WrestleMania last
Right.
year, and then maybe once since then.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh boy. Roman retains. He's got 1,500 plus more days before he drops the title, and they've already planted seeds to freeze with Lashley and all this. Now, AJ, I sent you a message. He's already passed Bruno.
Not the right Bruno one.
He passed Bruno's second reign.
Yep. I still think I'm still with you. I think he's going to hold it till Hogan's.
Yeah, I got a feeling that's what's going to happen. And I told you, I think Cody needs to win the belt at the Garden right after Christmas.
December 26th.
Make a special out of it, especially if Netflix is coming up.
Well, but that's not till 2025.
Oh no, but do the special on get one last like TV special, Roman versus Cody, and then start off the Netflix run with Cody as champ.
Yeah.
Although technically he'd be on SmackDown, so it wouldn't be on Netflix.
Well, they can switch that though, can't they?
Oh, with the draft, yeah.
So,
And I suppose it's possible Netflix would want Roman.
oh my gosh,
He's a
do I need to know who has the longest reign?
Bruno.
Bruno.
8 years.
8 years.
AJ, how many days?
How many days, AJ?
Because if anybody knows, it's AJ, because he won't
Mm-hmm.
he won't let it go. I just stepped on my cat's banana.
Uh-oh. How dare you?
This was a gift from my mother-in-law for those cats got a catnip banana.
Ah. Although since it is in December, they could call it Starcade. They own the rights to the name.
They
And
do.
hype it up big time for Cody versus Roman main event at that one.
I'm telling you, I think they need to bring back the main event. That was the show when Hogan lost to Andre.
I love the main event. Saturday night main event.
Prime time. Do it on Friday at prime time.
It's 2,803 days. We told you he would know.
Yeah. He's got it tattooed somewhere on his arm.
Probably. Oh,
Oh
shoot.
my goodness.
All right,
All
so
right,
who
what
do you
else you
think
got,
with
Minderz?
Logan and KO?
Logan.
You
I still
think?
think Logan drops the belt to LA Knight at Mania.
Okay. Okay.
I think it'll be a fun match, but I think
I'm
Logan's gonna
behind
retain.
on SmackDown. I'm never home on Friday nights, so.
Well, you didn't see where Logan threatened legal action if KO hits him with the cast on his hand.
Oh, I did see that. I did hear about that.
Dwayne's picking KO just to be different, I would say. What
Well,
do
what
you
did they
think,
do with
KO or
KO after that, though?
I think he's gonna kind of recharge his batteries in the mid card.
All right, I want to know. Oh, all right.
Oh,
Who do
there you
you
go.
think? Who do you think? Who are going to be our surprises for the men's?
Oh, Andrade, I think, is gonna come back.
Really?
He's done with AEW.
Okay.
Now, I like Andrade.
Are him and
Andre.
Charlotte getting along right now?
From the sounds of it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
From what I heard, anyway.
Okay.
Who else? Who else? Do you think Braun is cleared to come back yet? Braun Strowman? He's been
Maybe.
out for a while. I'm not sure what the timetable was on his comeback. Yeah, AJ said Hogan said he had one more left in him.
Oh, good Lord.
Do you think he can take that over the top rope bump?
It'd have to be as
Uh,
bad as Shiki's was in the
oh,
17 gimmick battle
what
royal.
bump? Shiki
Yeah,
didn't
he
take a
didn't take
bump.
no bump.
Shiki won for the sole purpose of not having to take a bump in that whole match. AJ didn't say X-Pac is rumored to come back for the Rumble, so that is an
You know
option.
what? That would be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, because
Because
we're
we
gonna
get
see
to
him at the
see
Expo.
him, and I know we're going to see him in March. Hey, we could talk about that too.
Oh yeah, we got some new guest announcements since last
We
week, didn't we?
do.
Well,
All right.
let's finish with the Rumble first, but then we'll wait. Hogan needs to sit down somewhere. So does Flair, by the way.
Yeah, Flair does too. Okay, what do I want? I know what I want. Okay. Go ahead, you continue talking.
What? Well, no. What else is there for the? We were talking about surprises, so we got some good ones for the men. What do you think for the women?
Hold on, I just saw a match that's happening at Squared Circle, and I'm extremely excited. Um, for the women, I mean, I think we kind of discussed it. I I think Jade will make some sort of an appearance.
I think so.
Um, I'm not. I think what she'll do though is make an appearance and then go about her business. Ooh, Ray could be returned. Could be cleared.
That'd be a good one if Dom's in the ring
It would be. There, I miss the.
or Santos.
I miss the stories of when what happened in the Royal Rumble could be a story afterwards. So I'm
Yes.
hoping with Triple H being in charge, maybe.
AJ threw out Chris Masters. I don't know what his contract status is with wherever he's at. I don't think he's done. I think he's done with the NWA, but I know he's working Dungeon Wrestling. So I don't. Maybe he might be. It could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
But I mean, we kind of talked about some of the women
Yeah.
before. So
Naomi obviously is one.
yeah,
Sasha's been thrown around.
Sasha.
Alexa maybe if she's good to go.
She should be getting
Not
close.
you, Echo. I said the A word in my Echo.
Oh,
Of course, now it listens. The last 2 weeks it hasn't responded when I ask it things.
that happens at my friend Michelle's house too.
Oh, now I'm gonna be nice to the NWA because Joe Galley is a friend of the show, but
He is
they got the big streaming thing though on the CW for free.
for free. I'm excited to watch it because some of our favorites are on NWA. So
Yeah,
we got
Thrillbilly, Silas Mason,
Max.
Max the Impaler. Yeah, I'm curious to see what happened with their match with Mims. We'll find out on Power, but
Yep.
I've been good about avoiding spoilers for that show. That was also the 10 pounds of gold ultimate match of death of Matt Cardona and EC3. Hey, they're both going to be at the expo, and I want to. Hopefully, I can get a picture with EC3 and the belt.
Hey,
Dwayne
where is
clearly didn't
Cardona?
hear the Joe Galley interview. Anyway, is
Oh,
on CW. Starting February 6th, Dwayne, the Power Show is streaming on CW's streaming service for free.
for free.
For free. So, and you should check it out. They got some good talent on that show. Thrillbilly Silas Mason, who anybody saw the Iron Claw knows he played Terry Bam Bam Gordy.
Am I
And yeah,
announcing matches too?
AJ's right. You find free episodes on the CW app. Let's finish with the Rumble first, Minderz.
We'll finish with the Rumble. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move on.
Is there anything left for the Rumble to discuss?
No. All they've announced is KO and Logan, and then the 4-way and the Rumbles.
The Rumbles, yeah. Okay. Well, they
So
don't
they
need a
just
whole
got
lot
to
of
have.
matches.
Will they
Maybe
have
that's where they'll
anything?
do the. Maybe that's where they'll do their New Day Imperium street fight.
No, because they'll both be in the Rumble.
It's true. You're very savvy. Here's my question: Who from NXT is going to show up in the Rumbles? Either one, men or women.
I think Braun. I think he's due. I'm sorry. Yeah, Braun Breaker. I think I'd love to see Henley. I'd love to see her show up, but I don't think she's ready
Yeah.
yet. But I think it'll probably be Roxanne.
It might be Roxanne. I think it's going to be Tiffany Stratton.
It could be Tiffany.
I mean, they're high on her.
Yeah.
AJ saying they may make a match for EO on SmackDown on Friday.
Ooh.
I love that Ilya came in and started throwing hands with Gunther. I would too. I don't know if Ilya will be in it because he's got the belt, and there's a precedent for the winner of the Rumble challenging for the NXT championships. But if you can if you can give me Ilya and Gunther for the IC title at some point,
Please.
yeah.
We've seen it before, but let's see it again.
I know the rumor is Gunther and Brock at Mania, but
why?
I don't know. Apparently, Brock wants to work with Gunther.
Oh, damn it!
I'd rather see Gunther Ilya 3. If
Me
it was
too.
me.
You know what? We don't have any new guests from the last time we
Ooh.
were talking about the
Hey,
Expo.
Bari threw one out. Lash Legend for Women's Rumble.
Ooh, that'd be good.
I'd be okay with it. You mentioned Fallon Henley. I really like her work.
I like Fallon.
I like her character too.
What about is it Briggs? No, not Briggs. The other one.
Jensen?
Jensen.
The mousy looking one?
Yeah.
No, Briggs is the big guy.
I know. But Jensen's the one that doesn't have anything to do right now.
Jensen's the one with the pubescent mustache and the Jerry curl.
That one. We need somebody that they can toss out easily.
Oh, well, that's Tozawa though.
Yeah, but he's gonna make it fun.
Or Truth. Or Truth. But you think they need fodder?
There you go.
What about well, not Dijak. Dijak's awesome.
Yeah, not Dijak. What's the other guy that fought Dijak not too long ago? I'd like to see him
Eddie
too.
Thorpe?
Yeah, Thorpe.
Yeah, he's got something.
He's got something.
Ooh, Axiom's a good call, AJ. He says Nathan Frazier or Axiom. I don't want to see him job out Frazier though.
I don't either. Are they still in Are they still in the tag team championship?
No, they got eliminated by Braun and Corbin.
Oh, okay. I was really hoping that'd be the final four, but okay.
Yeah. It's probably going to be Braun and Corbin against Trick and Mello.
Nah, yeah, that makes sense.
The Trick for the Rumble.
Or Mello. Either or.
I think Mello will be in it because he's been. I think didn't they sign him to SmackDown, or is he just been there?
I think he's just been there.
I'll tell you, if you want fodder, how about the Pretty Deadly Fellows?
I just spilled water down my shirt. I don't hate Pretty Deadly as much as some people do.
I don't either. Their gimmick is ridiculous, but
it is. But that's what makes them funny.
Hey, we're probably gonna get Pete Dunne in the Rumble. The now resurrected Pete Dunne.
I'm glad we're getting Pete Dunne and not Butch.
Yeah, British strong style, Dunne and Bate.
You know who I wouldn't mind? Duke.
Oh, Duke Hudson, yeah. He's got to get out.
I know he's trapped in a terrible gimmick right now too. So.
What about Joe Gacy?
Yeah. See, between him and what's the other Joe? There's Joe Gacy and Joe. I always get them confused. Who's the one with Gallus?
Oh, Joe Coffey.
There we go, Joe Coffey. That's the other one. I get those two confused all the time.
AJ chiming in on Pretty Deadly. I think Pretty Deadly do a lot of the little things really well in the ring, like the ways they cheat to try to win and whatnot.
They do.
And they look ridiculous doing it. I like their music, though.
Okay, are we ready to do this? Because I keep looking at this and I'm really excited. And you haven't seen this yet, I don't think.
All right, so we're talking about the Squared Circle Expo 4 on March 29th and 30th in Indianapolis, Indiana, the Wyndham Hotel. Uh, they're going to be having some more guest announcements, I guess, during the Rumble as they did last year. So I'm looking forward to seeing who else they've got announced. But what have you got to
We've got
share,
some
Minderz?
decisions to make too, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah, because we need to figure out if we're getting more tickets or what we're doing.
oh, hang on. Dwayne Carter asked, whatever happened to Rockstar Spud? I'm not sure.
Not sure
I
either.
don't know what he's up to these days. So anyway, you were saying, Minderz, decisions?
Decisions. Well, because they've also announced that now Jeff Hardy's going to be live in concert.
Yeah, honestly, I can probably do without that.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of his music.
Okay. So we've got that. I don't know what Brian's talking about.
What?
Brian Myers thinks you should come to the Squared Circle Expo 4. Get these tickets now.
He might just be trying to sell tickets.
Probably. So, hey, AJ. Against Mick Cardona, we've got Ultimo Dragon
Is he
for
going to
the
have Sonny Ono
championship
with him?
match. Huh?
Is Sonny Ono going to be in his corner?
Maybe. Sonny's going to be there.
Yeah.
Wait, this is on Saturday?
That's the SCX show.
Yes.
SCX. I'm sorry, I should have said that more clearly.
But on the BLP show
Uh-huh.
on Friday night, I think you're going to be real excited.
Ooh,
I think you're going to be real excited.
okay.
Mance Warner versus Elias.
Holy crap. Oh, that's awesome. I love Vance Warner. The Eye Poke God.
That's the main event.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, we got to try to get Manser on the podcast.
We can get it. Hey, we better hurry up if we're going to get it beforehand because
I
we've
like,
about got March full.
I like made Cardona put all his titles on the Knights of Ultimo and recreate his iconic picture with all the belts. You know, I don't care when we get Manser on. It can be in June for all I care.
Well, did you had Mance on before, didn't you?
No, we never had him.
Oh, I thought you did.
No.
Because tell them what we got coming up. Who we've got coming up.
Oh, well, since
You
you
need to
mentioned
send
it.
me stuff too so I can do homework.
Yes, I have it handy. I just need to send it to you.
Okay.
Let me get the schedule, as they say in the old country. All right. So today we can strike through on my notes so I don't forget. Striking through. There we go. All right.
Strike through. Okay.
Yes. Now I don't have an image for this fellow, but on January 30th, 1 week from today, the Gigolo Josh Valen from the North Carolina area is going to be joining us. The independent star from down there.
How did
Uh,
he find us?
I don't know. He must be a fan. AJ
Must
says, "Hey,
be.
Manser has been to 0-1 before, so if he can't make a Tuesday work, he has a Wednesday open. That's an option."
Okay.
I suppose, yeah. I mean,
I'm fine with it.
yeah. Let's see. All right. So Josh Valen on the 30th. The week after that, on February 6th, the King of Thick Style, Sam Stackhouse, is coming back for
I'm
his big
excited.
return appearance. Uh, February 13th, Zach Ruber is gonna be coming on. I really can't wait to see what he's got to say because he says it's something juicy, and we don't usually get a scoop. What is that picture of Minderz? Is that sugar in your pocket?
Yep. That's how
Ugh.
she got into the house the other day.
Oh, sugar. She's pitiful.
Yes, we are, Dwayne.
Yes. All right. Hey, what did he? Yep, we are now weekly, Dwayne. That started at the beginning of the year.
They're
All
not
right.
as long. It's kind of nice.
No, we're trying to do it to kind of make things go quicker. Like we're just now coming up over an hour and a half, and we're almost done, which is a refreshing
Awesome.
change of pace from how it used to be.
When it was 3 hours
All right.
before.
Yes. February 20th, we have our part two with Just Incredible. He's coming back. Where's that? Get the picture there? Look
There
at
he
that.
is. I'm
And we
so
got to talk about
excited.
he's been making some indie shots lately, so I'm curious to hear about how that came about.
Right?
Let's see. February 27th, Lenny Mephisto, wrestler
I'm
and also
excited
the
about him because
booker and promoted for Pro
wee,
Wrestling Epic. You at least want to
wee.
talk shit about Benjamin Trust to him.
I do. I can't wait. I can't
Yeah, we
wait.
ought to get Trust on this podcast. He's been on the shootout, but
I know. We need to get Trust on this one because he does a lot of
oh, he
stuff.
called me a dweeb Saturday, so it's not just you.
Did he?
Yeah.
He called me a dweeb. He didn't like.
Well, he
He
always
did like
calls
my
you a dweeb.
sign.
Yeah, so much so that he ripped it in half. Uh,
Yep.
see, on the 5th of March, uh, we tried this last week, Minders, but Mike Outlaw is going to be joining us from the St. Louis area.
Yep.
If you haven't seen Outlaw, check out Glory Pro or St. Louis Anarchy, and
Or 01.
or Zero One USA, absolutely.
He did tell AJ
His
that his
head.
tracksuit sucked.
Now technically it's a sweatsuit, just
Well,
to nitpick. But yeah,
he was sweatsuit
he
Rick.
also made a kid cry though at ringside, so he
He
got
did.
huge heel points with me.
He got lots of heat.
Yes.
And if you want to
Let's
hear
see.
all about it, tune in tomorrow.
Oh yes, we will be discussing. I get a
We have lots to talk about.
yes. All right, where did that picture go? I realized I was missing one. And
What?
it's all the way
Huh?
up here because all right.
Sweatsuit. That's the word I was looking for.
All right.
Oh,
As
AJ.
we as I keep going here, the week after Outlaw, returning for a second visit from the Squirt Circle Expo, Heather Owens, Hardcore
I'm
Heather Owens
so
is going to be joining us. She was a
excited.
fun guest the first time, so we're looking forward to it.
I'm interested to see if she hit what color her hair is now. Because it's pink when we talked to her last time.
See, I don't even remember, so all right. But she'll have all kinds of scoops on what's going on at the expo. That maybe she'll have some breaking news that we hadn't heard already. So there we go. Don't mind me.
Maybe she'll
Just
tell us who's gonna challenge for the women's belt.
maybe, yeah, because Freya the Slayer does not have a challenger yet.
Not yet.
I'm wondering if it's going to be Steph Delander because she's going to be
That's what
there.
I wondered too. But I figure Steph will come out with Cardona.
Oh, I know she will.
Yeah. I'm scared to get Mickey Knuckles on here.
I would love to get Mickey Knuckles on, but I'm afraid that we might be handcuffed by what to talk about because so much of what I know about her is from the promotion we try not to discuss.
Discuss.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. After Heather on the 12th, on the 19th, we're going to try it again, and hopefully it's going to work this time. Polly Tomaselli is
Oh, we're
scheduled to
trying
join
Polly
us.
again? Okay.
Yes, and hopefully that'll happen because he's a cool guy and he's got all kinds of stories from working the Indies up by Chicago, so that's going to be fun. And then on March 26th, the last episode before the Expo Menders, we will be joined by the former Square Circle Expo champion, Mr. Jake Oman from, and that's
That's
going to
my
be
get.
cool.
That's
Yeah,
my
you
get.
got that one for us, Menders.
I have
And
my
then
moments.
you you have your moments. And then of course in April we will begin the Mulkey Cup tournament. And we'll still have guests on too with that also, but there you see the Mulkey Cup, our fantasy tag team tournament, four brackets of 8 teams, and that'll stretch out for the entire month, like one bracket per week. And then since it's a 5 week month, then the semifinals and finals will be on the last Tuesday of the month. I've been thinking about this.
You had this all worked out.
Yes, I just hope I don't
I
come
have a
off like Tony.
question. Are we doing a special WrestleMania Jumping the Rail podcast, or what are we
I
gonna do?
was I was planning on doing JTR Mania 3, but I have to work out the logistics of it. I mean, it's kind of a tradition. We've done it the last 2 years, so we might as well keep it going for a third. As that
Sounds
would be
like a
like
plan.
I think we'll probably shoot for like a week before the show.
Week before the Friday show before.
Well, yeah, the Friday before. So
Yeah.
yeah, and then I'll do it the Friday night. Then the next day it'll start, and then we'll go
Yeah.
from there. But yes, that's what we got going on.
Man,
Menders,
I
looks
didn't
like
realize we were so booked on this show.
oh yeah, I've been busy. And I've actually
Between
got another
you,
one. I'm actually working on one that I don't know if you're gonna want to be involved on. And there's Madman Pondo, Deathmatch
I knew
Wrestling
you
Legend.
said
I've
that.
I reached out to him.
We'll
Um,
see.
I
It,
sent him some dates. He was, and those are dates he's in Japan, so I got to find some dates. But then
you got to
usually
find some
get him on.
different dates.
I also reached out to Adolfo Dorta, who's the other guy that runs the expo, along
Well, I
with
knew you
Ed
said that.
Gonzalez
That's the
and
reason
other
I
other
wasn't
ones.
sure. I didn't realize Paulie. I thought you were going to try to get Adolfo on when Paulie's supposed to be on.
No, I'm planning on Adolfo for the show afterwards if he's available.
Ah, sounds good. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Barry suggesting a special Jumping the Rail Gold Rush collaboration on Mania Friday. Eh,
Works for me.
we could probably make that happen. Just talk about some of the belts that have been at Mania. And, we're doing. I think we're still shoot. We're doing another episode of Gold Rush on Friday, talking about the WCW Tag Team titles from '91 to '98. But Barry, we're gonna have to talk about the battery of new championships in TNA that they got revealed since
They're
the last episode.
beautiful. Those are beautiful
They're so
belts.
nice. So we're gonna have to spend a little bit of time talking about those before we get into the meat of the show. Let's see, Minderz. Let's say we pay some bills and then we can get out of here at a reasonable hour. What do you think?
Sounds good to me because we got lots to talk about tomorrow, so it's probably going to run this long tomorrow.
Probably, yeah. You like to go over the start of Dynamite,
It does not bother me one bit.
but we got a lot to talk about tomorrow on the shootout.
We do.
But
And who's our guest? Oh, yeah.
the brand new 01 USA Junior Heavyweight Champion Iron Cake's Devontae Knox, and he may
Yep.
have some friends with him. I'm just going to say that. So
Oh, boy.
I'm not sure who
We don't
or
know
how
who all
many
can
of them.
join him. Okay.
I'll find it out tomorrow, but that's going to be fun because Devontae had a busy week.
He did. And he did exactly what I thought he was going to do, so I'm excited.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's pay some bills here, Minderz. Hang on. So. All right, so there it is. We have the brand new URL for Brainbuster Tees, a much less wordy version, just .com/JTR, which I can say in one breath. Uh,
That's nice.
should I take Danhausen down?
Nah. Depends who you're going to replace him with. Okay. I don't mind that one.
I could go here.
No, I don't like Spy 1 and Spy 2 looking over me.
Corny said Matt Jackson looks like Raul Julia. Or I'm sorry, Gomez Adams, but
Oh,
I go
Gomez.
Raul Julia.
Okay,
All
I'm going to
right.
have to go play some video games and listen to the podcast.
It's a 5.5 hour episode. I'm just letting you
Oh,
know.
dear Lord. Okay, maybe I won't listen to all of it tonight.
It got me through pretty much almost my whole day at work, so
Almost.
it worked out. Almost.
Well, if I was still working in my other job, it would work. But for this one, I had a meeting this morning at 9. So
Yes. So next week we will be joined by the Gigolo Josh Ballin here. Join us tomorrow on the shootout with Devontae Knox. That's we'll break down the New Year's Retribution show, all the happenings and whatnots, and Gold Rush on Friday. Talking about the WCW tag titles also. I want to make a big thank you to everybody that checked out the last episode of Gold Rush. We had over 1,600 viewers on that video, which is blown away the rest of our stuff by a good amount. So thanks to everybody who checked that out. Uh, let's see, we don't have to plug the fudge this week, Minders.
nope, you can take it out.
Stacey hates it when I say that.
God, take that out.
But we are offering Hangman Page mustache rides.
I'm not. No, hell no. Hell no.
Oh, the mustache is thicker than the beard, so it's.
It is. It's bad.
Oh no. Since Stacey's said she thought he was clean shaven.
Not anymore.
Nope. Now we got this.
Go, take it away. We can talk. We can talk about blood tomorrow. I'm kind of excited about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we talked about Okada a little bit. Uh, if he does sign with AEW, I hope he's ready for more of this. Am I nuts? He looks uncomfortable there.
That everybody that Tony hugs looks uncomfortable. See? See, he hugged him like that and then he books him like he does. What the hell?
Mhm.
Claudio is the most underused person there, in my opinion.
Nope. Lethal and
No?
Briscoe.
Well, yeah. I agree. Okay, I'll agree with that. I think Lethal and Briscoe
Pretty much
just need
all
to go
the
to
Ring of
ROH.
Honor veterans are being misused. Roderick Strong, Claudio, Mark Briscoe, Jay Lethal, Roosh. Well,
Eh.
eh.
But I didn't see much of Roosh beforehand, so that could be why. I didn't
Kingdom.
see him in. Yeah.
All right. Well, Minderz,
Ooh,
let's get out of here. Oh, what?
did you want to plug? There are some wrestling shows going on this weekend around.
Oh, yeah. Let's throw those out there before we go, Minderz. We got
Uh,
because we
well,
had a few over
Anarchy
the
is
weekend
this
too.
weekend.
Yes, Gateway to Anarchy, is that the name of it?
Yes. And give me just a second so I can get to the card.
That's the one that's got Manders and Connolly and the
I'm
dog collar, right?
shush. That was going to be the last
I'm
match that I talked about.
I'm sorry.
You just ruined it for me.
I'm sorry. I show.
So you have Adrian Surge, Tommy Davis, National Alexander versus Mike Outlaw, Raheem De La Suede, and Matty Monarch. You got Shaza McKenzie versus Davey Vega, which
Nice.
hopefully we'll be having Shaza on the 01 podcast soon.
Yes.
Then you got Camaro Jackson versus Moonshine Mantell, Laney Luck versus Gary J.
Oh, poor
The
Laney.
Gateway Heritage Championship, Derek Neal versus an unknown, a mystery opponent.
Ooh.
Then you have the Nick King Open Challenge. I don't know. Have you seen Nick King before? He's fun. Then you have so now we're down to 2 matches that I'm really looking forward to. One of which being Aaron Williams versus the new Warhorse Jake Parnell.
Uh-huh. We're kind of
And
salty at Jake though.
Arya? Why? You didn't have to give him his shooty.
No, and I can't say I'm surprised by what happened afterwards, but
Well, considering I even suggested it, it didn't surprise me at all.
yeah, it's your fault. You make things happen, Minders, even for good or evil.
And then the biggest match, one called Minderz versus Mad Dog Conley in a dog collar match.
Yes. Manders is a big hoss. So that's gonna be a hoss fight.
Okay, I'm putting this up. Boys,
Dwayne
I hope you don't
asking
get mad at me. Nope.
Dwayne asking any word on
I haven't
City
heard
Center
anything
getting
about
wrestling
City
back. Haven't heard
Center.
anything. No. That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
You gotta send that to
I'm
Trust.
sending that to him. I'm going to send it to Trust. Just because I know how much he likes me. And Johnny Poke and them have Warrants and Whiskey and Warrants
Whiskey and
has
Warrants.
that their show's not till February 3rd. No, February 10th.
Is that the one against Seashell Cerveza?
Uh-huh.
We're making that a thing, right?
Yes. Seashell Cerveza? Yes. Of course we are. You can't tell me something like that and expect me not to love that.
Abuse it.
Exactly. I'm even going to do it at different
All right.
places, so I'm excited about it. But yeah, so that's one of the indie shows coming up this weekend. There's a PWE show coming up sometime too. I wish I would have thought of this sooner to where I would have had this already.
Uh-huh.
Oh, hush it. It's on the 3rd.
February?
Yes.
Okay.
Ooh, the March 2nd one, though, is the one we were all talking about earlier. And that is
okay.
the Duck to Ticket deck 2 and buy a ticket. Okay. Let's see. When is this one? Okay, here's Saturday, February 3rd. So this one. Oh, why are you doing that? Okay. We've got on the 3rd of February, Benjamin Trust versus Logan Myers.
Okay.
Kendall Beck versus Dallas Taylor.
Okay.
Shaza McKenzie versus Thunder Kitty.
Ooh, I like that Thunder Kitty. She's a grizzled
Robert
veteran Thunder Kitty.
Martyr, I don't know,
Martyr.
versus
M A
Derek
R T Y
Fullerton.
R.
Martyr.
Martyr. Yeah.
Okay. Nick
I was into
Natural
B.
versus Eagle Eye.
Okay.
Ace Roberts versus Nasty Juan.
Who's Nasty One?
You really want to see this?
I probably not. Oh my. Oh, Nasty One.
Nasty Juan. Riley Knox
He is
versus
on it.
Rachel Armstrong. That one would be good.
I've heard good things about that Riley Knox. I haven't seen any of her
I've
work.
heard good things about Rachel. And then Power Trip. Okay, they have a Power Trip, but it's not our Power
It's not.
Trip.
Oh,
Yeah. They have a Power Trip, but it's not our Power Trip.
huh, I'll be darned. Yeah, there's definitely not Jared Allen and Jake Lander for sure.
It's not Tom. It's not Spike and Spike Jr. either.
But Jeff.
Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here.
All right. I think that is a good time to wrap things up. So until next week, we'll be joined by the Gigolo Josh Ballin for Minderz. This is Rev. Remind you all, life is hard, work stiff, and we'll see you guys
Thanks,
next week.
guys.